So I'm going to choose this aspect ratio 1080 by 1350 as the aspect ratio I want to be working with today. So I chose this picture because of this space above the picture. That's why I chose it. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my other photos. Before bringing in another picture, I'll first of all like to tweak this background a little bit. So I'll go ahead and select my subject. The selection is not so accurate, so I'm going to have to refine my selection a little bit more, just so that I get that precision, you understand? Oh, reduce my brush size a little bit and just kind of refine my selection so that it is what I want. It's not perfect yet though, so I'm just going to come over here to select and mask. And I'll refine the selection again. Okay, I think you did a great job for me already, but nevertheless. Choose this one down and kind of brush over the edges, yeah. Fit those unwanted colors. Now that's good, so I'm going to head over here in decontaminate colors, new layer with mask, and click on OK. Now that will do, but then I still just have to finish this off, so I'll come over here and change my brush. Okay, I'll use my normal brush. Use the size of this one, make sure it's set to the hard round. Turn down the size again and click on the mask and kind of I want to brush off some of these unwanted places again. Make sure the color here is set to black, yeah? So I just want to refine it a little bit. No, that's alright. And this one, I thought I got rid of these things. Turns out I didn't. Carefully just brush over, reduce the brush size where you see it's kind of too big and stuff. Okay, it's getting there. Now this thing right here, I don't want this. This is just us fine tuning our like the removal, okay? Now I kind of feel like something was cut out here that wasn't supposed to. Here, perhaps. Control Z so I can really see what's happening. I should add that a little bit. Zoom out and yeah. Now that's alright. Take note, I still want to keep the main background, so this guy stays. Now what I'll do is I'm going to add a gradient map to this. See, you see what's happening? Okay. I'll make sure that it's mapped. onto this guy as I've just clicked right here. Now I'll select, let's just look for something that is cool though. The wood tone gradients, I wouldn't really like any of these ones, but just find something that works. Something white will do. Okay, so now I choose my gradient map and I'm going to come here and set it to hard light. I cannot leave it at normal because I want some of those yellows to kind of show. Hard light, and that's fine. Oh, why don't I try darken? Oh, darken hard light, a tough choice to make. Yeah, I'll do it darken, okay? No, that's fine. So we're going to bring in some components because we want to give off the TikTok vibes. So this is a PSD that I'm looking to edit. Okay, I'm looking to edit this PSD file. First off, I'll remove this man right here, hide it out like so, and then now I'm going to take away the background as well. Take this man away. Not entirely, though. What I want to do is I'll replace here with their TikTok handles. Okay, so right now we are back here. I'm just going to go ahead and grab what I worked on. Now here it is, and I'm going to place it in my design. Okay, that's fine. Scale it down, and I think I should scale it down again. Place it like by her side. See how that looks. Okay. Now that looks alright. But then this text I place at the bottom, it's not clear. So I'm simply going to just wipe that out and write my own. So I'll choose the soft brush once again. I don't know why I cannot really see the size. There. So I'm going to go ahead and add the text myself. Text layer, and go ahead and just type it. Oops, it's supposed to be white, not black. White. Now I can just go ahead and type the name again, Endurance Grand. Okay. So the effect I want really isn't coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on the floor. So let's first of all scale this up a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to distort. I'm holding control. You see my cursor changes. Then I distort it. My hand is still on control. Like I'm still holding control. Endurance Grand. I'm just trying to align it with this line that you can see on the floor. That's how you get it to be sort of just perfect. And let's see how that looks. So now that I have this, I'm just going to come over to FX and adjust my blending options just so that I actually have it look like it's on the floor. Just adjust the sliders till you get what you want. But before I was able to divide this, I had to press the Alt key on my keyboard before dragging. This is basically me just trying to like make it look as realistic as possible. Okay, so now finally this is what I managed to do. So this is what we have right here. You can see these are the TikTok handles. Just wanted to give it some that kind of cool effect. Or just the overall lighting at the end. So now I bring in the next photo that I'm going to work with, and I'm still going to select subject. Okay, so now this is what we have. Now let's position this well where it's supposed to be, don't you think? Let's see, Control T. What happens if we scale this up? Okay, it's giving angel vibes. Okay, now still on this mask, I believe we are going to wipe off what's at the bottom here. I'm just going to adjust, change my brush and adjust the size. I don't know why the outline of the area of my brush is not really showing right now, but just work with what we have. Increase that size again, streak. Okay, it's too small now. Just keep doing that to satisfy with what I see. Okay, so I did some tiny rearrangements in wanted to hide out those other places you get. The places where I brushed off, so I did this, put this in, and now it looks fine at this point. Now I just need to adjust the colors. These yellows are somehow out of place, don't you think? So right now, instead of having this here, I thought of this instead, and it looks cooler. So I'll kindly just remove this. Yeah, maybe I'll put something else there. So now what I want to do is I want to get rid of the yellows. So I'm going to add a hue and saturation layer over here. And I'm going to map it to this. Sorry. To this right here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm basically going to take away the yellows. I don't want it. So now that I managed to take that out, I'm going to come over to this mask and I'll just quickly invert it. Once it's inverted, I'll just go ahead and grab my brush, make sure the color is set to black, and brush over the place I want to work on, like these areas right here, just over them, and also this edge. Okay, I don't know where this yellow is coming from. I need it turned down a little bit. Now, I don't want to completely make her face look, I don't know. Erase it from here as well. So now look at what we have. I basically went to the camera raw and reduced the color noise a little bit. Then we have something like this, kind of with our background. Now just a little bit of lighting will do. So now I just went ahead and grabbed this light, like it's a light, and then I just adjust the blending mode, color dodge, screen, lighting. I think screen is the best fit, but now I'm going to add a hue saturation layer to it. Make sure that you click here to map it to the light layer only. Now take away those harsh oranges. See what we have. Oops. Saturation, take it down. I want something white. Now that's alright, that looks fine. I think this orange in the light is kind of fine, so I just need to go ahead and do the highlights now. You can see. I need to go ahead and do the highlights. So first off, solid color as usual. And I'm going to first of all use the white for the rim lights. Invert, map, set my blending mode to linear dodge, add. Select my brush, go over to reduce my brush size, yeah. So right now this is basically me doing the rim lights, as you can see. That nice edge glow, making sure it's not too much. I have to do this for all of them. So right now I've just added another color fill layer and I'm going to map it down so that it attaches only to this picture right here, and go ahead and choose my linear dodge add again. Now basically I'm still going to do the same thing, but now with a much larger brush size and hovering over the edges. Control Z. Like I don't need it too much. Like so. For the color, I think we're going to work on the color after. Not right now. Oops, no. Let's not go there for now. So I'll just do this. Oosh, that was too much. Okay, now that I got this, my highlights set with this color, I'll go over to my blending options and do this. I don't want it to be too much, like to just fit. Now that's fine. So right now I want to place this angel rim just above her head, like to give it that nice vibe. Okay. Why is this happening? Commit. Now I'm going to adjust the blending mode to screen. And as you can see, we have that. So I'll just adjust the position. So it's above her head. Control T. And I'll reduce the size a little bit. At this point, my Photoshop is beginning to lag. My laptop's not so powerful. Now let's see how that looks. Okay. It looks cool so far. So I kind of just figured that the best is going to be white for that light. So I brought my hue and saturation back and I took the slider right up to the very end. And I'm just gonna have to change these colors again towards the direction of white. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Where else? Yeah, just there. Since everything is white, like why don't I change this to white too? Let's change the color of this by adding a hue and saturation layer above it. See what we have. Make sure it's mapped here and take it to white. No, sorry. Seems like we can't do that, but we can't do this. Just adjust it to where you like. Now I want it to look like this color I'm seeing over here. And yeah, it looks just like it. So fine. So right now I'm going to add a blur. I'll come over to filter, blur, the background, Gaussian blur. Like to this, I'm adding the filter over to this guy right now. Added a little bit and that looks okay. No, cancel first. So I'm going to add a path blur instead. So filter, come over to filter, you head over to blur gallery and we're going to choose path blur. Now I'll take it from the top, pin right here, down, take it down just this level, double click, okay. Now that is fine, you can do this. You click here, sorry, on this circle, you take it down like this. I think that's a little bit okay. This one's fine now. Now look at what we have. So now is for my final touch. I'm going to add a color lot. So I'll go back to color lookup and add a lot. I love this two-strip look a lot. But now it's too much, so I'm going to reduce the opacity of it. I'll change it though. So you just look for what works for you. And this is the end of this tutorial video. If you liked it, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.